Hi everybody. It is Saturday night and we're having a look at my office tank, or at least what I used to call my office tank. I've got a new name for it now. A lot of you will remember I recently lost some of the fish that were in here, and since that gave me more or less an open tank, I added a couple of little pea puffers. I don't know if you've noticed them or not, but there they are. Meat, puff, and stuff. That is my two little pea puffers now. And right now the Cory cat is the only other fish in the tank with them. I will be probably adding another rubber lip, but at this point any fish that goes into this tank will have to go into quarantine before I put it in here with these puffers. These are way too precious for me to take a chance on losing them due to any sort of illness I might bring in with an unquarantined fish. My quarantine tank is being used at the moment, so it's probably going to be a little while before we're able to put any more fish in this tank. But I did want to actually get a little bit of video of these guys. I've been dying to show them off. I am absolutely in love with them. The first puffer fish I ever owned, amongst some of the very earliest fish I ever owned when I started keeping fish several years ago, was a pair of pea puffers like these. These also go by the name Dwarf Malabar as well. But I had a tragic mistake. I sort of pushed one of my tanks across the tabletop a little bit, and that wound up breaking the seal, and all the water drained out overnight, and I came down the following morning to find my little pea puffers were no longer with us. And it has been all these years, and I finally was able to get myself another pair of pea puffers. So I'm very happy. I've got these two in here. They are just absolutely fantastic fish, gobs of personality. They're bold as brass. They're not afraid of anything. When I'm in there doing water changes like I was a little while ago, they swim right up to the gravel vac as I'm, scraping it in the bottom, and they want to know what's going on in their tank. They have no fear. Now, they will get startled, and they'll dart and hide for a moment, but then they turn around and they come right back out to find out what's going on. These puffers actually don't need hard-shelled animals like the way other puffers do. They will do just fine eating bloodworms. I will probably be putting some crushed up krill in there at some point, some freeze-dried krill. So let's throw a few little bloodworms in here and see if we can't... Well, let me see if I can actually scoop up a few bloodworms. I'm getting a few in there. I don't know if they're going to come around to find them. Now, of course, I looked away and I've lost them. They're so tiny they can hide almost anywhere. Let's see, where did they go? Oh, there they are. They're hiding over here by the Cory cat. So they will go up and investigate pretty much anything that they see in the tank. But they really are reluctant to eat anything other than the bloodworms at this point. I have tried putting some flake food in there. Of course, I do that so that they, it gets to the bottom for the Cory. But I have seen them nibble on the flake food and then sort of lose interest and swim away. It was almost like they were taste testing it and realized that that was not on their menu. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with feeding them flake food, but I will be able to get away with the freeze-dried krill once I get that up here. I do have some down the basement. I just haven't brought it upstairs yet. I've only had these for about a week now. I wanted to make sure they got settled in and were doing okay, and I wasn't going to have any issues with them before I actually showed any video. And again, they're just gobs of personality. They're loads of fun. I really recommend, if anybody's got a little bit more experience, than a newbie, these fish are really, really worth it. These are pure freshwater. They don't ever need to go into brackish as they get older or anything like that. They stay tiny. If you've got a well-planted tank, you can probably put a few of them in a small 10-gallon like I've got here. For me, 2 is fine. I don't need any more than that. And I've paid close attention to them. They can be very aggressive in the fin nipping department. They seemed really curious about the Cory cat for a while, but didn't really seem like they were bothering him. They just were kind of curious about him. So I got no nipped fins, no damage to the Cory. And all of the chasing around that they've done of each other for the first couple days sort of calmed down and settled down as well. And now they do this thing where they sort of swim around together. There might be a little bit of pecking order type aggression, but I have yet to see a single damaged fin or any signs of stress or anything like that. So I think it's just the way these fish behave together, and I'm not really in any danger of them being too aggressive or anything else. So I'm really happy, and I don't think I'm going to have any issues with them at all. So there you go, there's your first look. I've been dying to show them off. Again, this is nothing specific in this video. I just wanted to show everybody my new puffer tank. So I now have two puffer tanks. I have my brackish tank in the basement, and now I have this pea puffer tank here in my office. And speaking of brackish tanks, I also have another tank in the basement that is set up with brackish water, and I've been working on putting that together. I'm almost ready to show video of that tank. Maybe by the end of the weekend or early next week we'll get some video of that tank. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. You don't want to miss any more updates on these guys, and you certainly don't want to miss the big reveal of my new tank in the basement, which will be coming very soon. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you real soon in the next one.